Welcome back to Tactical Pontoon. Now, you are probably here because you clicked on this video in the install, safety check, or troubleshooting section of the website. And I'm not going to waste your time. This guide will be straight to the point. Number one, Glock specifications are 80 to 100% striker lug to cruciform interface. I will flash a picture up here now of what that looks like. Number two, you need a Glock armorer's plate. I have them on the website with my logo. They're awesome. You should get one. They're also called half plates, and you can see why, because half of the plate is missing. You will need this so that you can see the striker lug in your slide and how it interfaces with the cruciform on your trigger bar. So, now that we've got that out of the way, how are we going to adjust the cruciform? What you will see is I have a small vise here. You can have a larger vise, but as long as you have a vise, a pair of pliers will not suffice. The other thing, you may have read this on a forum or seen it on a Facebook post. Do not heat your trigger bar in order to do this operation. You will mess with the heat treat of your trigger bar. Don't do it. Do it cold. Do it like you should. Take your time. As you can see, I have it in the vise with the tail of the cruciform before it gets to the cross section of the cruciform. Mounted in your vise, you are going to take your time and you're going to be very gentle with this, because if you manhandle this, you are going to break your trigger bar and you will need another one. Think of the trigger bar as a spring, because in many ways it is. What you will do is you will slightly bend it, spring it up and down. Just spring it up, or whichever direction you need, which we'll talk about here in a moment. You will spring it 3 to 5 times. Then you will put it back into your weapon. You will check to see if you have proper engagement. You may need to do this 1 time, 5 times, or 10 times, but take your time in doing this, because being careful will keep you from breaking the trigger bar. You break the trigger bar, you're waiting for another one. Unless you have a bunch of them around, or you live right next door to me. And chances are you don't. So, now let's get into the direction that you need to bend this trigger bar. If you have too much engagement, you need to bend the trigger bar, and look at that. I got it in there incorrectly. That's good. Now, if you have too much engagement, you need to bend the trigger bar towards yourself. That will bend the trigger bar, the tail of the trigger bar or cruciform, down. Less engagement. If you have not enough engagement and the trigger breaks upon reset, or just does not have enough engagement, you want to go away 3 to 5 times. It's that simple. Treat it like a spring. Be gentle. 3 to 5 times doing this number, put it into the weapon, verify engagement. I'm gonna flash that picture up here again. This is what you're looking for. Once you have attained that, function check your Glock and then hit the range. It's that simple. If you take your time, this is a very easy operation. But again, it takes a little bit of time. 30 minutes doing this is a lot better than waiting a week for a replacement trigger bar. Just think about that. I know we all want to get out to the range as soon as we get something new and shiny, and I cannot blame you, but I've seen it many times. So Make sure, take your time, a gentle spring action 3 to 5 times, away from you for more engagement, towards you for less engagement. Very simple. Glock specifies 80 to 100% cruciform engagement. Knock that out of the park, get your trigger tuned, and go put some down the range. That's it for this quick and dirty how-to guide on cruciform adjustment. We'll catch you next time on Tactical Pontoon.